Hey there, happy Friday, and welcome to What the Five. I'm JR.
I'm Tony.
And we're kind of clapping. I noticed you were clapping. Bert Kreischer, a comedian, is in studio with us today. He's sitting right over there. He's going to join us in a second. And literally, this man does not stop telling stories, so stay tuned.
I'm surprised he's not talking right now. How is he staying quiet for this long?
All right, so we are dedicating the show to him. Well, over at number 1 is his MySpace page. Over at number 2, I don't know if you've logged on to Google lately, but you notice how they have artwork at the top?
I did notice. I was wondering, what are those color-coded
Well, when you click
things?
on it, you can customize your iGoogle page, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
So that's at number 2, and then number 3 is what?
We have Leslie Abravanel's Going Out Ideas, and then at number 4, it's a ticket with more options on what to do this weekend.
And then number 5 is a movie preview for the summer. So click on some of those links, but right now, stay tuned for Bert Kreischer. All right, as promised, Bert Kreischer's in studio with us, and we are all just looking very attentively at the open to that.
You know who it was? It wasn't Will Smith.
I think it was Will Smith.
No, it was Crockett.
Crockett
and
No
Tubbs.
way.
It was Crockett and Tubbs.
What
I'm
year
telling
is
you,
this?
Miami Vice. It's
It was
Crockett and Tubbs.
It was Miami Vice. That's what it was. You noticed it. You found it. Good job.
Yeah.
Boo you. Well, yay you. You're going to be here all weekend at the Improv in Coconut Grove. You actually flew in last night and went straight to?
Hooters.
Why?
Because I love Hooters. Those buffalo shrimp, they should make them. They only got 10 and 20. They should make one in 150 because that's how many I could eat. I love those buffalo shrimp. And I'm looking for a sponsorship, Hooters. If you're interested.
Hey, us too. We'll take it. All right, so recently you were in Roswell, Georgia, and we noticed this clip. You have a little message to your fans. Let's take a look at this clip real quick.
I am in Roswell, Georgia, just outside Atlanta at the Funny Farm. Fantastic club. Few beers. It's the Bible Belt, so nothing too crazy is going on. I wanted to remind everyone to hit up my website at bertbertbert.com and check out my MySpace for newly uploaded videos. MySpace.com/Bert Kreischer.
Coffee's ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
my
that?
gosh, that's hilarious.
The weirdest part is that I actually sat in a room with a naked man and shot something. Like, that's the weird part.
And
like,
shot something.
Yeah, we shot that with a camera.
Oh,
yeah,
I was like, shot something. Whoa.
Did you audition him?
amazing.
Did you have to...
No, he owns the Funny Farm. So I was like, this will be a good video. And he's like, let's do it. So, yeah, it's like everyone has those, like, real messages to their fans. Like, Dane was oh, look at this.
All right, sorry, we just got distracted a little bit. We rated your MySpace. We got more images to take a look at. What's the first one? What are we looking at here?
This guy lost a bet on a radio show, and he had to get a tattoo somewhere on his body, and it was either a swastika, a teardrop on his eye, or Bert on his butt. And he got Bert on his butt.
That's his domain name, bertbertbert.com.
That is the second butt-related image we've seen within the last minute. What's going on?
I know. It's a motif. I like being naked.
Yeah.
What's crazy is this guy won't leave me alone because he's got my name tattooed on his ass. So he's like, hey, Bert. Like every time I do a show. This is the biggest comic in South Africa. We were playing a game. See how close you could get to guys without kissing them?
That's just weird. Next photo.
Okay. I look really skinny there, don't I?
Vogue, pose, shades, hot. That's what that looks like.
This is what I looked like when I met my wife. Now, I look like this.
Oh.
Two kids later.
Yeah, talk about a bait and switch.
Woo!
Yeah,
all right,
this
we
is
got
the body that dates this guy. This is the body you marry.
All right, and then we got one more photo here, and this is just a little family
Actually,
action.
it's adorable. Those
Very
are my two
cute.
little girls. That's Georgia, and this is Isla. Isla's kind of like crazy. It's like she took a life insurance policy out on herself, trying to collect the money. Georgia's like me.
And I'm assuming these tattoos that you have on your hand, the Little Mermaid, have
Can you get
something
a
to
close-up
do with the kids?
of King Triton?
No, that's as close as they're getting.
Oh, really?
There you go. Yeah, that looks
that's
good.
King. Oh, that's.
He just hit her in the head.
Wait. Let me see if you can see this one.
Oh, it's dark. Okay, I'm blushing.
All right,
You're so hot.
let's circle
Have you
back.
ever had sex with a guy uglier than me?
Never. No way. Are you crazy?
Oh, that hurt.
I have standards,
She can
dude.
lie.
Maybe this picture.
I've had sex with a girl uglier than you before.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Moving on.
So let's talk about how you got your start in comedy. Really, kind of way back in the day at at Florida State.
Florida State.
And
Yeah.
and Rolling Stone.
Do they
came
know
in.
we shoot this at Miami?
Yes, it says on our page.
This is I feel like I'm in the Dragon's Lair.
Tell us what happened.
Rolling Stone called up the school, wanted to find some guy to party. The first guy they called was like, "You got to party with Bert." The second guy they called, they're like, oh, you should party with Bert. The third person was like, Bert, and the guy's like, fine, I'll just call this guy Bert. He called, and I was literally in the middle of a bong hit.
Why did they call?
Because they were looking to write an article about the school, about the #1 party school. So the guy calls me, he's like, is Bert there? And I'm like, hello? And he's like, do you mind if I party with you? And I was like, oh, sure, sounds like a good idea. So we partied for a week, and then he went to write the article, and they just changed the whole idea. They're like, let's just make it about this kid.
And so you had
changed,
a 6-page spread in Rolling Stone in 1997.
Changed my life. I was in college for 7 years. I wasn't going anywhere. And then all of a sudden, Oliver Stone bought the rights to my life. I decided to do stand-up, moved to New York. Will Smith saw me. And I got into comedy like hardcore. So
unbelievable. I bet your parents were really, really proud.
The day the article came out, they called and they were like, my dad goes, what did you do? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, well, there's news crews camped out in front of our house with the satellite things. What did you do? Did you kill somebody? And I was like, no. And I got so drunk the weekend before, I was like, what did I do? Like, I'm like Matlock trying to figure it out. Well, the roof of my mouth's burnt, so I ate pizza. So, and then there's a knock at the door. Swear to God, as I'm on the phone, door opens, and it's UPS, and it's the Rolling Stone article. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, Dad, I'll call you right back.
Did you ever graduate?
Yeah, I finally graduated. I moved to New York. I hadn't graduated yet. They wouldn't let me graduate when you fail classes. And they're really weird about that. And I had to take at the time, this is how long ago I went to college, they didn't have the internet, couldn't take classes online. So I had to take correspondence classes, which are the same classes that they do in the Florida prison system. So I took the same classes as the Florida prison. I would never get a college degree if I was in prison. It's so hard. You have to read the whole book. Like you just have to read the book.
You're a role model for us all, really.
Yeah.
Really a role model for us
all. Can you imagine how hard it was? Anyway. But yeah, I finally graduated.
Unbelievable.
Finally graduated.
Well, so we can catch you 3 nights, right, at the Miami Improv?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 shows Saturday.
Okay.
So, yeah, you got a ton of shows. Please come out.
We will
Please come out.
Thank you so much.
And buy a CD. These daughters right here need college tuition.
Yes, and they will attend classes, by the way.
No.
Not
if they got my genes in them.
All right. Thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure to meet you, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.